I'm Stormtracker meteorologist Fred Campagna, and we are looking at the hurricane tracker on ABC6 Hurricane.com. And this was the 5 o'clock update for Bill. You can see that the winds were 90 miles per hour with the storm at 5 o'clock, and it is forecast to intensify to 105 miles per hour by 2 o'clock in the morning, and then eventually 110, and as we go along, you see that it becomes a major hurricane here as it moves to the west-northwest, wind speeds of 125 miles per hour as it approaches Bermuda. And then by Saturday, way out in the track, you can see that the wind speeds are still 120 miles per hour as it sits or is moving to the west of Bermuda. So what about this feeling that this storm may be a threat to southern New England? Well, I'm going to flip on the forecast computer models here, and you'll see that all of them take this storm and turn it to the north and then the northeast. Well, what does that mean for us? It means that the storm would throw some surf our way, but certainly nothing more than that with this track right here, aside from this blue computer projection right here, which is a model called the No Gaps, and that brings it reasonably close to us, and there would be some impacts on Nantucket and the Cape if the storm were to take that track. But most of the computer models are well to the east of that. So the biggest impact, if it does follow the projected path, would be out for the fishing industry and, of course, the surf hitting our south coast. What about if it takes... What would it take for it to have a bigger impact in southern New England? And what it would have to do would be to take the low road here. You see the lower end of this, the southernmost and westernmost end of this cone of uncertainty from the hurricane center. And if the storm does end up this far from Bermuda, where the mouse is right now, then it would be a different story for us. So that's what we need to watch for over the next couple of days. It's not really where it is on Saturday, where it's projected to be on Friday, because if it's right here on Saturday, this storm, in all likelihood, it would be unprecedented for this storm, if it sits right where it's projected to be on Saturday, to make an impact in southern New England. No storm has ever been that close to Bermuda and then moved to the northwest and made landfall in southern New England, or at least no storm in the last 100 years. So that's unlikely, but what we need to watch is over the next couple of days, does the storm track a little bit farther to the south? If it does make it down here east of the Bahamas, and it has not yet begun to take that turn to the north, then there's a much greater potential for the storm to make an impact here in southeastern New England. So that's what we are going to be looking at closely in the next couple of days.